The Vanishing Notes. It all started when a small town in Maine, known for its quiet streets and picturesque views, was rocked by an unusual disappearance. An entire symphony was lost without a trace. It wasn't the musicians that went missing, but their music. It was the night of the annual autumn gala at the town's historic Hallworth Theatre. The evening was filled with the sounds of clinking glasses and laughter as residents mingled, dressed in their finest attire. On stage, the renowned Archwood Orchestra was preparing to perform a once-in-a-lifetime concert, featuring the world premiere of the Twilight Sonata, a piece composed by the legendary but reclusive composer, Elias Carrington. As the conductor raised his baton to begin, a strange sound interrupted the room, like the scratching of chalk on a blackboard. The lights flickered, and before anyone could react, the score sheets, the sheet music for the Twilight Sonata, vanished in a blink. At first, it was thought to be a prank, but when the orchestra's musicians tried to play, they discovered something unsettling. None of them could recall a single note. The notes of the sonata had disappeared, as if they had never existed at all. A group of the town's most curious residents, a retired detective, a pianist with a mysterious past, and a tech-savvy teenager, decided to investigate. The town had no history of such strange occurrences, and the absence of the music felt more like an eerie riddle than a simple theft. They began by examining the score's last known whereabouts. The sheet music had been stored in a locked chest in the orchestra's green room. But when they opened it, they found nothing. The chest was completely empty, save for a small, handwritten note at the bottom: "The notes you seek are never where you left them." The group split up to search the theatre, but the deeper they dug, the more mysterious things became. The pianist, Clara, found an old diary hidden beneath the floorboards, its pages filled with strange symbols and cryptic messages, almost as if it was written in code. The teenager, Max, discovered an odd frequency interference coming from the building's ancient electrical wiring. It wasn't static, it was music, but in reverse, playing something hauntingly familiar. As the night wore on, the mystery deepened. Clara began to have strange dreams of a shadowy figure playing an eerie melody on a grand piano in an abandoned room. The detective, meanwhile, uncovered a hidden door in the theatre's basement, leading to a forgotten chamber that had been bricked up long ago. Inside, they found something truly bizarre: a perfectly preserved piano, but with no strings. It was as though it had never been intended to play music at all. Above it was a portrait of a man, Elias Carrington himself, staring down at them with hollow eyes. The breakthrough came when Max, fiddling with his phone's frequency analyzer, caught a strange signal coming from the piano. The signal revealed a faint pattern: the missing notes. They were encoded into the airwaves, a hidden message no one had noticed before. As they decoded the melody, they realized the piece wasn't just a song. It was a puzzle, one that had to be played in a specific order, a sequence that could unlock the hidden past of the Hallworth Theatre itself. In a race against time, the group worked together to decode the final notes, and when they played the last chord in the abandoned chamber, the building seemed to breathe, its walls groaning in response. A hidden passage opened, revealing a room that had been sealed for over a century. Inside, they found a grand manuscript, covered in dust, the Twilight Sonata in its entirety. But the mystery didn't end there. As Clara touched the manuscript, the ghostly image of Elias Carrington appeared, not as a haunting figure, but as a man deeply satisfied. He had been waiting for someone to uncover his lost symphony, and when it was finally played in its entirety, his spirit would be freed, his legacy finally complete. The symphony was performed the next evening, and the townspeople experienced something otherworldly during the performance. The music echoed through their souls, and when the final note was played, the entire theatre stood in silence, as if the building itself had been reborn. But the ultimate mystery remained. Who had truly composed the Twilight Sonata, the man, the ghost, or something beyond time itself? And as the last echoes of the final note faded into the night, one thing was certain: the music, like the mystery, would live on forever.